Hi guys, I hope this is all well. Can I just take a second to apologise for not responding to any comments this week? I took the kids camping at the weekend and then it's been back to school week, so I've just been busy. My kids are not the only ones who've been back to school this week though. The Dougherty Dozen have been back to school as well, which is where we're going to start this Dougherty Dozen catch up with Alicia Dougherty's mum of 11 back to school morning routine video. Of course, she has to put in the title that she's got 11 kids in every single video, because otherwise, how would you know what a super mum she is? So the video's starting off where she's making pumpkin chocolate chip bread for a change. Not like they have it like 3 times a week or nothing. And she's talking about the youngest dog. She's just had to tell it off because he's been waking the kids up by going upstairs and being noisy.
She's mad because I just scolded her because she snuck upstairs. Yeah, you can't do that. Everyone's sleeping. Don't go waking them up.
So she shouts at the dog for being noisy and waking the kids up. And she's right, you know, it's early. The kids need the sleep. That's why Alicia is so quiet. She's like quiet as a mouse every morning, so she doesn't wake the kids up. So the pumpkin bread's in the oven. Now she's wiping the kitchen sides down with a dirty rag and it looks like a can of oil. She goes on to tell us that she's making double Lunchables for the kids' dinner.
Double Lunchables today. Anyways, my kids are always like, they have to adjust back to school stomach from summer stomach.
Yeah, I'd walk away from the camera as well. Fucking summer stomach. What the fuck is summer stomach?
Pantry at their disposal all hours of the day. And then they have to like adjust back to having, you know, lunch at lunchtime. So I'm gonna pack them a big lunch.
God, she don't half talk shit. So they're used to being able to get what they want from the pantry at home during the summer. So now they've got to go back to school, she has to pack double the amount of food. Shut the fuck up. The only thing is, instead of packing double the amount of food, she's packing quadruple the amount of food. Because she seemingly made 2 separate lunches for them. One for TikTok and one for YouTube. Both saying that for the first day of the school. Both having slightly different ingredients. And she's wearing different clothes when she's packing them. So what is it? Are they having 2 Lunchables each? Or are they having 4 Lunchables each? Or are they getting the dinner at school and you're just chucking all this in the bin after you've finished making your content? So you can see here, she's putting one of those wafer biscuits in, which I'm pretty sure she's got like some sort of sponsorship for. Or she's trying to get one for it. I've also got crackers, cheese and pepperoni. Now she's putting in them shitty carrots she always gets. They've already been cut and washed because she can't be arsed. Now look at this bit here. She's got this bowl of purple grapes. Please note the colour. Purple grapes. Then she just adds some peanuts and some goldfish because you know the kids, they can't go a single day without having some goldfish. Then she proceeds to put 2 of these plastic containers in each of the lunch boxes and puts a bottle of water in each one because God forbid they use a reusable cup. And then they have a go-gut put in as well, which Alicia explains why they're called that. You know, in case you can't figure it out yourself.
Yogurt tube, aka yogurt on go. Some of my kids talk in their sleep.
Talk in the sleep or turn into a fucking chicken when they're asleep? That was never one of the kids talking. Why she got a chicken in the kitchen? She's so fucking weird. And she lies for the sake of lying. Now she's putting in an apple in each lunchbox. For some reason, she keeps the apples in a bowl on the floor. Maybe it's in case one of the dogs wants to cock its leg up on it and have a piss. Then she adds a wipe for all the dry food that's in the plastic Lunchables boxes. Then in true Dougherty Dozen style, they add a paper plate in the shape of an apple into each of the lunch boxes. So they can tip the dry lunch onto the paper plate that's already in a convenient plastic tub, which they could have just ate out of. But that's not wasteful enough, is it? Then they add these school bus shaped napkins so they can wipe their mouth, you know, after they've ate the goldfish with they're completely dry. Not sure why they need a fucking napkin. And then a plastic keychain in the lunchbox. What the fuck? And then of course she adds the penguin shaped ice pack to keep the dinner cold. I'm sure her oldest boys, who were 14, 16 and 17, are going to fucking love sitting in front of all of the friends, eating the Lunchables packed by the mum off a plate shaped like an apple and then wiping the mouth with a napkin shaped like a school bus. They're going to be the coolest kids in class. So that's what they were having on the first day of school. At least that's what she said on YouTube. That's the video title there. Mum of 11, first day of school morning routine, where she makes the school lunches. But then this is the TikTok video she put out. It's called First Day of School Lunches for My 10 Kids. So at first you'd presume it's just the same, just taken from a different angle, which is what I thought at first. But then I was scrolling through Reddit and someone was pointing out the differences. Like on this shot here, you can just see in the corner the top of Alicia's outfit, and it's that yellow dress. You know, that hideous yellow dress, what she loves. Not the orange t-shirt she was wearing in the YouTube video. But that's not the only difference. So obviously here is the same. She's got the crackers, the cheese, and the pepperoni. But look at this. The grapes have magically changed from purple to green. She really is a superhero, this one. I've been racking my brain and I can't think of anything, like any reason why she would want to do this. Why would she want to make 40 Lunchables, 2 separate videos, and then pretend that they're both for the same day? And I'm pretty sure if people called her out on it, she'd come up with some bullshit excuse. Like some ridiculous lie, because she just lies all the time for no reason. She is so full of shit that if you gave her an enema, she could be buried in a matchbox. The only conclusion I've come up with is that she's done it on purpose, so that people will call her out on it. And it's just some other weird fucking rage-baiting thing that she's doing to get more views. As if giving them 2 Lunchables each wasn't rage-baiting enough. Because you know she's always getting called out on overfeeding the kids. I mean, look at the size of that lunchbox she's bought them. Fucking huge. She's got that on purpose. So she can fit stupid amounts of food in it. It's more like a suitcase than a lunchbox. Oh, and by the way, you know her oldest kid has left school because he's 18. He's going to college. She put this video like 3 days ago where she made all the kids a packed lunch, even though they were at home. Because that makes sense, doesn't it? And here she shows she's made one for him. In a lunchbox she's bought for him and got his name printed on it. That lad's 18. She's told us he's going to college and she's making him up packed lunches in a bright orange lunchbox the size of a suitcase with his name on it in massive Comic Sans letters. Well, he's going to be popular, isn't he, in college? Coolest kid on campus. Sticking to the theme of rage baiting, he's brought back the famous mini fridge restock videos. Now she's finished milking the shit out of shopping for back to school content. So at the beginning of this video, she said she's restocking the kids' fridges with Halloween candy. Yeah, we're barely in fucking September, love. You'd think with her saying that, it would be like spooky themed sweets. But no, there's nothing spooky about this. The only thing scary in this video is the obvious fear on the kids' faces when they're trying to remember the lines that Alicia has told them to say. Scary amount of sugar and Alicia's creepy voice.
And Alex loves
candy corn.
Okay, so there was one Halloween themed candy. That was for the oldest kid, who's 18, who obviously needs a mini fridge full of candy corn for his room. She's still got the knack of slamming the fridges shut though. Side note, the jumper she's got on there, if you like it, I saw it advertised on Temu. Pretty sure it's going to be up in one of her upcoming videos. But she's mentioned a few times that she's got a Temu sponsorship. Now we know Alicia doesn't like to do the same boring content over and over again, so she's switching it up. This time with a tutorial on how to make pickles. Apparently you just need water and 50 other different ingredients. Here's me thinking you just put it in some vinegar. So the first thing you do is you chop up your cucumber. I'm not going to lie, I get nervous as fuck every time I see Alicia chopping up vegetables. I'm surprised she's got any fingers left. Who does it better, Alicia or Kendall Jenner?
I'm kind of scared.
There you go.
Now I genuinely thought she hadn't finished chopping them. These massive chunks that she's done here. I thought she was going to chop them up a bit more. Like personally, if it was me, I would chop it into like coins. But each to their own, I guess. For me personally, these would be too big for my mouth. I'd end up with vinegar all over my face. But Lishy likes having food on her face, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
So then you put half the cucumbers in a jar and then you have to crush like 2 garlics. It was too hard for her, so she got her husband to help. I hope they've got a fire extinguisher in that kitchen because the sexual chemistry between these two is fire. And the conversation is absolutely riveting. soon come to realise, though, that she didn't marry him for his conversation skills. It was obviously for his amazing sense of humour.
Well, at least I know I'm not a vampire.
Oh, bless him. She could have at least pretended to smile. It's not his fault his humour is stuck at toddler level. I bet his brain's as cute as a button, but not half as bright.
Don't forget, you have to be ready for pictures.
Why?
Because you're in the picture.
Why?
See what I mean? He comes across as so dense, I bet light bends round him. I'm not surprised they kept the name as Dougherty Dozen. It's like she's still got 12 kids.
The senior pictures tonight.
What do I have to wear? Green, right?
I set out your shirt.
Oh, good, okay.
What do I have to wear, Mum, for me pictures? I've put the clothes out for you, lad. More riveting conversation ensued.
I gotta order my school clothes still.
Yeah.
What did I tell you before? The sexual chemistry between these two is off the charts. It's a good job one of the kids come in here. We'd be watching them going at it in the kitchen sink. Josh had to take a minute to cool off. So Alicia put the garlic in and the rest of the cucumbers. Then she mixed up all the other ingredients in the distilled water and poured it into the jar. So the last thing you do is add bay leaves. One of the kids was confused when Alicia said leaves. So Josh helpfully explained.
I'm gonna put in some bay leaves. Leaves? Yeah, bay leaves.
They do something. They like...
Don't you something.
I guess that's why he's a track teacher and not a science teacher. Wisdom tried to chase him, but he runs too fast. Did you see Alicia's face when he said that? She must spend half a day taking the piss out of him. Cut to a few days later and Alicia's doing the taste test.
I could actually eat this whole jar. My gosh, that's so good.
Yeah, sure, Alicia, we believe you. She's been practicing that face for days. You know, the one where she's eating. And she's pretending to enjoy it so much. But she just looks like a horse having an orgasm. So then she puts the dirty fork back in. So she's mixing all the spit out of her mouth into the jar before letting one of the kids do a taste test.
It's like a cucumbery pickle. They're halfway fermented.
Fermented. Sounds delicious. So her son wasn't as impressed as she was, but she just told him it's because they're not ready yet. Sure, Alicia. I'm sure those huge fermented cucumbers will taste delicious in a couple of days' time. Side note, you see on the draining board behind her? Have you seen all those sippy cups that are meant for toddlers? Who do you think's using them? Because the youngest kid is 6 years old, and there's at least 6 toddler cups there. These kids are going to end up with teeth like a witch doctor's necklace.
I'll try how many pickle.
Before I end this video, can I just take a minute to thank the commenter? I've put it on screen here for coming up with the genius idea of having Alicia's notorious headbanging video as the outro.
Oh, mother. Oh, mother. Oh, mother.